Welcome to Edor Nelson Field here in Minneapolis, home of Augsburg University and the Augies. I'm Eric Nordquist. This is John Bisworm. And it's a midweek NPSL affair. Minneapolis City, the Crows, hosting Duluth right on this field. So pumped to be with you here tonight, John. And this team, by the way, I don't want to jinx it, okay? Minneapolis City has never shut out 4 teams in a row. You haven't allowed a goal yet this season. What's happening here?
I wish you wouldn't have said that, Eric. Yeah, it's been a really good defensive run. Also a good scoring pace. How many times in the past 5 years have we seen score lines of 3-0, 6-0, 4-0? They're doing it on both ends. But yeah. I'm super excited for this one tonight.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Undefeated through 3 matches are the Crows. Now, Duluth, they got their first win. They've only played 1 game this year versus Joy, St. Louis Park fame. It was a 4-3 win for Duluth, so they come here still kind of working their own kinks out as they enter the season. And looking into it here, whether it's, the Pence Homes, it's TCO, we're going to be with you all night tonight, thanks to our wonderful sponsors, right until we hit that Southside Barber Lounge postgame show. So we're excited about it and jumping right into it here. Just about 10-12 minutes from kickoff, we're going to see the teams taking the field momentarily. I want to jump into a couple of things here, and I want to start with the keys to victory, which is indeed sponsored by Pence Homes. Now, for a team that's undefeated, keys to victory is kind of, in some ways, keep doing what you're doing. But really, with this team and how they played through 3 matches, possessing sounds like a big aspect of tonight's game.
Yes, keeping the ball is a must. What you've seen over the past 3 matches for the Crows is that they use the first half to move the other team around the field and see where the strengths are, where the weaknesses are, where we can maybe do some adjustments of ourselves. And most of the goals have come in the second half. So they're using that time to move pieces around to find their advantage.
Absolutely. Now, as part of that, if you mention most of the goals coming in the second halves of games, I look back to last time the Crows played on this very field, where you didn't get you didn't get goals on the early chances, I should say. Ultimately, Dakota goes down a man, and it's kind of a score fest from there, and there's some domination that took place as Dakota had to change the way they played. But finishing early chances against a team with some quality in Duluth is going to be a big part as well.
Well, there's nothing better to do than to jump on a team early when they're your visitor.
Oh, yeah.
And then also finishing off the half with that other backbreaker right before halftime. We've seen the chances created. Keeping the ball is making us have opportunities. We're just not finishing the early ones. So you would like to see in a game like this to get a little bit of a padding, because what we know is Duluth's really good historically in getting the late equalizer or late winner.
Yeah, and part of that as well, I'm looking at a guy, I think he had a game winner against Minneapolis City a couple of years ago, James Westfield.
Yep. And
so watching the counterattack, pushing in, being aggressive, you want to finish those chances, but watch out when they go the other way. They can do that quickly.
Yep. 2017, 2018 Duluth, very direct. 2019 Duluth, put the ball down on the deck, like to make combinations on the passes. I look for this one under new head coach Sean Morgan. He played on those 2017, 2018 teams. They basically were looking to get direct to get as many possible chances they could in the box with great finishers like Watt and Farrar. And Andrew Jenkins. I look for some of that today, but also they're early on in the season, second game. You don't have all those idiosyncrasies of cohesion together sorted out, and you're going to want to go direct to try to get some chances.
Now, the player to watch this evening, we will take a short break and come back for the starting lineups, but he's a man in the middle. He's a very familiar name, and he's a local kid as well. Max Kent, your player to watch. Why is that?
Well, Max Kent's making his return. He was injured early on against Med City in the 2019 campaign, didn't finish the year, but he's 2018 all NPSL Midwest, all conference as well. He transferred his senior year from McAllister to Syracuse University, so a big level up for Max. Now he's back, big guy in the back, athleticism, nobody outworks him, and he likes to start the attack when he gets the ball in the back.
Absolutely. That's your player to watch. Max Kent wearing the 4 shirt this evening, and your player to watch presented by Twin Cities Orthopedics. The teams are taking the field at this very moment. We're actually just going to take about let's say a 90-second, 2-minute break.
Pay some bills.
And absolutely, and we will return with your starting lineups. And a Wednesday night soccer showdown, if you will. It is Minneapolis City, the Crows, Duluth in town. Let's get after it. Thanks for being with us on a Wednesday night.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Should come back at 3:30.
Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of all ages, let's hear it for your Minneapolis City SC.
Welcome back, and we are just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Edor Nelson Field in Minneapolis. Thanks to Pence Homes, TCO, Twin Cities Orthopedics, and the Southside Barber Lounge for presenting Crows soccer on a Wednesday. Again, I'm Eric Nordquist, John Bisworm with me. The starting Crows lineup tonight. So Matt Elder is in net. Between him and Troy Luwagi, they have provided 270 minutes of shutout soccer. We like that. Now on the back line, we mentioned the player to watch in Max Kent, but a familiar face now, Matt Murakami, Jonah Garcia inside with Max, and then Charlie Adams as well. What do you like about that back line?
It's a very smart back line. It's not necessarily one that you look at and they would have gone on a 3-game shutout streak. Not saying that they're porous by any means or sieves, but it's just this cohesive back line that just works together.
Absolutely. Max Stiegwart wearing the armband. He's the captain, number 8, Max Stiegwart. He'll be in the middle this evening. And then fellow midfielders Lionel Vang. Last time we were on this field, he had a couple of goals, a brace against, including a penalty against Dakota.
Yep.
And then Dom Mesjin came off the bench and provided a spark as well. And then up top, Midu Yusuf. 2 goals for him against Dakota last time they were on this field. Mm-hmm. Justin Oliver, I'm seeing a lot of goal scoring being the common theme here. Justin Oliver in lacrosse last week had a couple of goals himself. And then he might still hold the record for the most goals in Crows history, although some others are trying to break that quickly.
Will Kidd does.
Will Kidd.
Yeah,
Will Kidd
does.
number 7.
Yep.
Will Kidd number 7. So looking forward to this one here. And as you mentioned, finishing early chances, possessing, and watching out for a quick Duluth team on the counter. Mm-hmm. That's what we're looking forward to this evening.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one you get up for, Eric. It's only these 2 teams have ever won this division since its inception. So let's go to battle.
Absolutely. Minneapolis City in the trademark home whites. Duluth, blue tops, green shorts, striped socks. Currently in a huddle. Speaking words of encouragement, inspiration.
The blue-greens, Eric.
The blue-greens. And then we got yellow.
Yep. We call him yellow tonight? The refs?
His shirt's yellow. I try to be as creative as possible. I'll let the players come up with any different names that they want to throughout the 90 minutes this evening.
Some call him sir. Some call him ref. Eric calls him yellow.
It'll be Sidney Warden out there in the middle, about to get us started as Duluth will possess here in the first half. Dylan Summer, number 19, near the circle.
It's like Westfield's on the wing here.
Westfield is indeed on the wing.
We'll sort out positions here. They're going to end up going long. So.
And here we are, and right away heading for Westfield down the right boundary. And it's Murakami. Nicely done as Westfield can't possess. And now Max Kent with his first touch of the evening. Instant pressure from Duluth, but unable to turn the tide here.
Citizens are already fired up. We're only 20 seconds in.
Well, it's midweek. They're ready for the holiday weekend. Aiden Hill. I think it's Aiden Hill and James Westfield, the only two members of Duluth that are still with the team the last time that we saw them on this field. Is that accurate?
Yep, absolutely.
Now Lionel Vang, headed the other way. That's Will Kidd. Facing Condone on the outside. Now Adams.
This is what you see out of the 2021 version of the Crows. In past years, they would attack, absolutely go all out there because we had an opportunity to go on goal. Will Kidd pulls the ball back because he didn't see a good service.
Absolutely, and they have to pull all the way back as Jonah Garcia now trying to restart things. There's Stigwart. He opened the scoring in the Crows' last home match against Dakota. That was a 6-0 victory. 13 goals for the Crows through 3 matches in the NPSL season thus far. They've conceded nada. Now Adams trying to push forward for Yusuf, but easily pushed away by, it looks like Scotty McCarthy in the middle there, number 27 for Duluth. Now going forward again for Yusuf. He can control it in traffic. There is the shoulder, and it's knocked down. I have to admit, he went over quite easily, did Midu Yusuf, and Yellow wasn't having it. Play on.
That was an interesting challenge, but hey, let them play early. It's fine. See?
And they're still letting them play as Justin Oliver, fresh off of 2 last week against La Crosse, and he wants another one. Nicely done by Jake Starling there defensively for Duluth. But the Crows, it appears, have won a throw-in. Get to Mpls City SC.com. Learn about how you can get here for home matches as Lionel Vang just battling and ultimately losing. There's Westfield, and he does draw a foul.
He got him on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a toe toucher there from Vang.
See, we're not homers all the time. That was a foul.
Yeah, we're mostly homers. 4th minute.
Some high pressure early
Back to the
by the
keeper,
Crows.
Brendan Daly. Brendan Daly all about the business. Just getting it out of there.
It's foul.
Westfield with the elbow. Free kick, Crows. If you see any rubber chickens flying around, that's thanks to the intern staff at Minneapolis City. Looking forward to that.
I think I finally cracked the code on the lineup here for Duluth.
Now Kent, Syracuse, McAllister trained, Syracuse raised. Back in the lineup.
I like the patience here by Minneapolis City. Not forcing anything, not going long because it's not working, just keeping the ball and trying to draw Duluth out. And then it opens up right there. A nice entry pass in.
And now forward for Oliver. But it is Starling there. And Daly. We do actually have a...
What's happening here? Is it a foul?
Well, it appeared as though the near side assistant was claiming some sort of offside. But where he was standing, though.
Oh, okay. So he came from an offside position.
Yes, he did.
That makes sense.
There's Adams forward.
And our first corner kick.
And I'll apologize to Martin. I'm going to go with Griswold this evening.
Griswold?
Griswold.
I'm going to go with Griswold.
Grease?
Yeah.
I like that. Any help on the pronunciation? If you are enjoying the stream, Minneapolis City versus Duluth.
Put it in the comments.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
First corner of the evening. Stiegwart delivers on the inside. Potentially Murakami just over his head, and Oliver sends it into the parking lot.
Put that one into the Perkins. At least it stayed off 94 this time.
Nice pressure here by Yusuf.
Nice.
And now Vang able to get a touch on the turnover. See if he can turn it inside. He's going outside to cross it. And a foot save by Daly.
That was a good save.
Well done. Lots of trouble here for Duluth early on, just figuring out how to get it out of their defensive third.
Yeah. Smart
now
clearance.
They forced another throw in.
That's a smart clearance. The city press is causing fits for that back line, and Daly's being the one who's having to clean everything up for them.
Adams on the throw. Now Kidd trying to battle through. And we are seeing the flag up, and it'll be a foul on Will Kidd battling with Liam Condone. The assistant did not condone such actions.
Good tackle.
Nice tackle and a turnover again by Yusuf for Oliver.
Oh. I think a better option would have been going to Mesjin there.
Potentially, you're right. And a nice defensive play, more or less perfect location, perfect timing by Scotty McCarthy, and he is currently down. Hard to say if he may have made some contact with Oliver, as both of them were.
I think it was a 50-50 challenge. I think they both got there at the same time. I don't think there was anything dangerous in that. Hopefully he can shake it off. 7 minutes in, you don't want to see anyone go down.
He appears to be walking it off. Good news at the moment for Duluth fans. Hey, weird universe, weird world we're living in, but if you're in the market for a house, you know that hundreds of showings and dozens of offer over asking price is the new normal. And today's real estate market is absolutely wiling out. I just wanted to verify that's in the copy. It's wiling out. But know that you're in good hands with the experts at Pence Homes. Know that. From the best tools and technology to complete transparency throughout the entire process, Pence Homes is a top choice for buyers and sellers. Pence Homes, a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. Thank you, Pence Homes, for bringing Crows soccer. Real estate market certainly wiling out. We're still 0-0 in the ninth minute. Beautiful forward ball. He can try and possess that and make the turn, but he cannot.
I mean, if I'm Oliver, I'm going against a wounded duck there. I'm going to go at that guy.
You wanted to see him maybe be a bit more physical.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or cut back and make him make a change of direction.
Headed in for Will Kidd with the single touch and just over the crossbar.
That was a great ball by Max Stiegwart.
Beautiful. I love Stiegwart's ability to distribute there. We saw him on this field a couple of weeks ago, whether it was crossing in and delivering or that goal that he had. Mm-hmm. His ability to find those right spots. Perfect touch on the ball there by number 8.
Minneapolis City is completely suffocating any opportunity for Duluth to go long here.
Only key for the Crows here would be finishing said chances being created. As Vang's just run over.
Oh, that's advantage.
Play on initially. Probably would have preferred.
Yeah, I mean, I get
Yusuf was just given the advantage.
I get it.
Yellow with the shrug. Props to Yellow. He always wins those arguments.
Yeah, he's in charge. I mean, I get why he blew the whistle there. I mean, the Midu got out of traffic very quickly there, where you like it at least to call the foul. I mean, obviously advantage would have been great there because it looked like we had another 3-on-2 opportunity. Well, we get a free kick in a dangerous spot.
And Stiegwart on the ball. And now it's Jonah Garcia all alone.
A little too high.
Just a bit too high. Another chance early on. Not put on net. Charlie Adams battling Michael Devlin.
We look for a little earlier clearance from Charlie there. We don't get pinned back in.
There's Mejdan. Now Duluth with a bit of possession. All too frenetic there. As Aiden Hill just trying to find somebody with the same shirt. Now headed forward, that's Daffern. And he hits the turf, and he'll draw a free kick.
That's a dumb foul.
In a somewhat dangerous territory here for Duluth in the 12th minute.
There's no need to foul there because your defense had cleaned up any sort of attack. Now you have a dangerous opportunity here, 20 yards out, with a team that looks like to have some pretty big bodies.
Absolutely. That possession was so unstable. It looked in some ways you could kind of watch them just dribble their way out of it, but they get the foul, they get the free kick. And now the delivery. On the backside, Elder has to punch it away. Two different members of Duluth completely uncovered, and it just fell ahead of them. Now over the head of Westfield. Couldn't tell if the offside flag was going to go up, but he just gave up on it. It'll be a throw-in for Adams and the Crows.
I mean, if that was offside, you'd kind of like to have that one. I know he let it play, but they have a deep throw-in instead.
Now Adams is just railroaded by Dylan Summer. It'll be a free kick for Minneapolis City. Yellow wants to chat with Summer.
He might have said something afterwards.
Pleasantries being exchanged. That just looked like a full-body forearm into the back of Adams, so certainly couldn't be arguing with that whistle there.
I mean, it's early on. We saw what happened last time we were on air with Dakota. Don't get in the referee's bad graces right away. Take your foul. It's early. Don't get booked for something stupid where then you go into another challenge afterwards and then you're sent off in the first half. Oh, good challenge by Murakami.
There's McCarthy using the big ups. Now Summer pushing forward, stepped in by Adams. Now Hill. He's got Westfield on the right side here. So lack of communication. Now throw in here, Murakami on the far side.
If we see Duluth next time, that run is connected on. That's definitely early season guys trying to figure their teammates out. That was absolutely a great run by Westfield. Just didn't get a chance to connect onto the other end of it from Hill.
Now Stigward having trouble with Hill. And Kent's just going to have to send it flying. There's Will Kidd on the far side. No chance on that one. It'll be a throw-in for Duluth. Nice bit of possession here and some pressure from the visitors, John.
Yep.
There's Summer. Now forward to Starling. He's going to deliver it in the middle, and on the back end there, whoo! That was Devlin with the header.
Oh, Wilke was wide open.
Nobody was fooling Matt Elder, though.
It's a good save, Matt. See a little more activity from Vang. I mean, at this stage of the game, there's a pocket of space for him to find the ball, but he's not really active in it.
As you see Vang now coming back to support. Now Kent's going to try and find Oliver, which he does off the deflection. Now forward to Mezgin.
Have one. And
he could take the shot if he wants, but he's just dribbling through no man's land.
We got to shoot the ball.
Absolutely, he has to put an effort on net. McCarthy sends it out for a Minneapolis throw-in. 16th minute here at Edor Nelson.
We might have a little blood situation with Oliver.
Number 9 headed to go get wiped down. 0-0, 0-0. 15 and a half minutes of play. Now battling Youssef with some tricky footwork, and Condone just ain't having it. Another throw in for Minneapolis. Now there's Yusuf.
These guys are battling out there.
Can't tell what's happening, but we may be seeing a free kick here for Duluth.
Yeah, Midu went to ground and caught a piece of, what was that? That's Condone as he was going up the sideline there. Oliver's making his way back in now.
Oliver returns. On-field triage has been completed.
MASH unit.
Ooh, Devlin. Just a bit too much contact with the ankle
Now they're starting to rack up a little bit
of Adams.
for both teams. I'd say Yusuf needs to calm down a little bit, and a couple of the players for Duluth as well before the referee starts pulling out some of the cheese, Eric.
Well, hopefully Minneapolis City remain lactose intolerant as it pertains to the cheese this evening. Now they're headed the other way. That's Stigward. Nice tackle by Aiden Hill.
Can't lose that ball there.
He's got nowhere to go. Back to Daffern. Now forward, the flick through, and Westfield's going to get a free right foot on it. It's saved!
Nice.
Matt Elder.
See, all of that came from a very bad giveaway when we have possession of the ball in our defensive third.
And if you're Westfield, I think you wanted better contact on that. Right at Elder. He doesn't give up a juicy rebound. Great opportunity not capitalized on by Duluth. There's Murakami.
That ball's got to be on the ground to Max Kent's foot. There we go.
And just nobody in the vicinity for Adams to work with here.
Just give him the ball, man.
Amazingly, the Crows win a free kick there. Adams kind of on an island by himself there in that sequence.
Coach Pribbs just getting into it with the fourth official. I think he's right because that has been 3 fouls in a row with the same player. I understand why he's frustrated. I would see the next one coming through the back of anyone on either team probably being a yellow card.
Here's Yusuf and Griswold. Now Griswold getting good position there, and Daffern's just going to send it out. Now Kent to Murakami. And Oliver. Murakami making a run behind him. Forward to Kidd, now to Mesjin. Bit too much pace on that ball for number 22.
His body's in the box.
Now forward, and he's onside. It's Oliver. Get the left foot on it. And it's McCarthy.
If I'm
Better to concede a corner.
I'm telling you, if I'm Oliver, I'm going at McCarthy all day. He's clearly quicker. They're clearly getting matchup difficulties with him getting switched over to McCarthy. Just keep feeding the beast, right?
It looks like it'll be a quick restart. Here's Stigwart. He'll send it in the middle and head it out to safety via Condone. Now Mesjin with Kidd into the middle on the backside. Can Kent get ahead on it? But Jonah Garcia is there. Cleared out once again by Duluth.
Good step.
Now Murakami, more pressure from the Crows. Forward to Oliver. Stigwart. Well done by Devlin.
Good turn.
Momentarily now, but the Crows maintaining. Oliver with a chance. Get into the middle, and it's cleared out. Crows just putting the pressure on here. 21st minute. Now Yusuf forward. Ooh, good idea. But McCarthy is there. I think you're underrating McCarthy. McCarthy's right place, right time guy.
Yeah, but when you're in a foot race with Justin Oliver, who's going to win that?
Oliver every time.
Yep.
But McCarthy's going to win every physical battle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's limping.
And
Look, he's
a
limping.
freaking redwood tree. Well, he's a battler.
He's limping from that challenge. Just got to attack the weakness.
Yeah, he's playing possum right now. There's no doubt about that. All right, forward to absolutely nobody, Scotty McCarthy.
It's good recycling of runs by Will Kidd.
Now Mesjin. On up some space in the middle. Starling easily able to retrieve that.
Charlie Adams. Charlie Adams. Oh.
Miles of space for Adams on the far side. Now forward to Oliver. Making a lot out of a little. Clearing it is Griswold.
Who was guarding him there?
May have been McCarthy.
It was McCarthy.
Okay. But he's got Griswold. Now it's Condone and Yusuf. Can they win the corner?
Yep.
They'll get the corner. Third corner of the game, I believe, for the Crows. Various bird sounds emanating from the crowd here at Edor Nelson. On a fairly perfect May evening on a Wednesday.
Yeah, if you're not here and you're within the vicinity,
drop on by.
You're crazy.
Sent into the middle over the head of Yusuf. Summer there with the head for Duluth. Now Vang, ooh. Jake Starling.
Pressure.
Sends it back in.
Pressure.
Now McCarthy.
Yeah, see? Pressure works.
Nice step in by Adams there.
So far, good patience by Minneapolis City. 23 minutes in, we talked about keeping the ball, keeping it moving, not rushing. The chances are coming. We just got to start finishing them. I'd like to see maybe a little bit more activity on the front three.
There's Mesjin. Now Vang inside the Kid. Into Adams. Crows trying to creep their way down the field.
No foul.
And that's Summer taking over there.
Some cheese.
There's your first yellow card of the game. I believe that's number 19, Dylan Summer.
Yeah, I think he was the culprit on the last foul. So it's...
Well, Summer was the one with the forearm earlier through Adams' back as well.
That one's been kind of...
So he's been a little physical.
Yeah.
And here we are. He gets a yellow card
I'll be honest, I didn't really see anything in that.
in the 25th minute.
Yellow card documented to Duluth FC in the 26th minute, number 19, Dylan Summers.
Yeah, McCarthy, look at him labor.
Yeah, he's having trouble.
He took that knock. I'll give him credit. He's battling through it, but he's clearly carrying an injury. Like I said, it's time to exploit that.
Neither team able to exploit much thus far. Scoreless through nearly 27 minutes of play.
Good touch.
Foul on Condone, getting handsy with Will Kidd. The Crows approaching 300 consecutive scoreless minutes to start the 2021 NPSL campaign. Defensively, I should say, they've scored 13 goals in 3 games. There's Starling.
Pressure.
And there's no dilly from Daly.
Bad giveaway. Nice overlap
now
by
through
Garcia.
to Garcia. With space and numbers, he's got Vang at the top of the box. Can he get the right foot on it? He does, and saved by Daly.
Time to get back on defense now. Slow him up. Just slow him up, Matt. Good.
Throw in for Minneapolis City.
Great overlapping run by Garcia from a center back spot. You don't see that very often.
Just a fantastic chain of events from Garcia across to Vang, finding him. If there had just been a bit more pace on the ball, maybe Vang's able to let that thing rip a bit earlier. But overall, it generated an opportunity for the Crows. Finishing said opportunities appears to be the A topic, as it remains scoreless.
I mean, that one at least made
the 28th minute.
Made Daly make a save. The other ones were just, in the parking lot or through the uprights.
Make them uncomfortable, John.
Yeah. Just put the ball where the ref is and let's play. This Minneapolis City pressure is still causing Duluth's backline some fits.
Ooh, now through Garcia, Westfield and Warden trying to connect with each other. Aiden Hill stepping in, should be a foul. It is.
The kick out after, you kind of don't want to see that. Just take your foul.
I should definitely read this copy before I say it, but I'm just going to dive into it. Sports-related injuries, like you were talking about that bad dodgeball injury that you had a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They aren't limited to a head laceration, a groin stomp, or a ruptured appendix. All in a day's work for Minneapolis City, of course, but we're also affected by the typical pulls, tweaks, knocks, and bonks that sideline players everywhere, every day. Thankfully, Minneapolis City, as Yusuf, okay. Now Summer headed the other way, working on a wild card. Minneapolis City's in good hands with their longtime sports medicine partner, Twin Cities Orthopedics, to get properly trained, keep our players on the field. Devlin sending it in the middle to nobody. It'll be the goal kick for Minneapolis City. And you, too, can have TCO, Twin Cities Orthopedics, on your side with their wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to health. So thank you to Twin Cities Orthopedics, helping out with all those groin stomps, etc.
Groin stomps.
Nicely done for Elder, trying to find Kidd.
Charlie Adams.
Forward for Adams. See if he can get there.
No, it's a good idea.
I know Adams is sneaky athletic. I don't know if he's that fast, though.
He's not that fast. It's a good overlap, though.
Adams, of course,
man.
St. Paul native.
Another one on the freeway.
Gustavus alum. And he's been with City since 2017, Charlie Adams. There's Yusuf battling with Condone, giving him that lean. See if he can force a corner there. Still battling, getting that arm up in there. Yellow doesn't like it. It'll be a free kick.
He's got to stop complaining.
For Duluth.
Just take his foul. Move on.
I think Condone's done a really good job in the corner with whether it's been Kidd, it's been Yusuf a couple of times.
It's been a good battle.
It has been. McCarthy chunks it on the turf. Starting to lose my faith in McCarthy. Now Mesjin, Summer, draws another foul. Summer on a yellow card, but
just leave the ball.
Nothing too aggressive in that challenge there. Now Garcia. Kent, the player to watch. Love Max Kent.
It's starting to get
another free kick.
It's starting to get repetitive where it's slowing down the pace of the game.
Which I think bodes well for Duluth. If both teams are gonna play this back and forth, the longer that it stays where we're at.
It's like Westfield's down.
Westfield is down, number 14, James Westfield. Game winner 2019 on this field for Duluth, is that accurate?
I believe it was 2-1. I think he also scored in the 4-2 loss that clinched the division in Duluth in 2019 as well.
Didn't mean to bring up a tough subject. Westfield is down.
Eric, what are your thoughts? Half hour in so far.
Toughest thing for the Crows right now is they're not doing the exact things that they need to do to stake an early lead. They've had 2 or 3 absolutely golden scoring opportunities, couldn't finish on them.
Yep.
And despite this being absolutely a home-cooked broadcast, the reality is Duluth has done a very good job fending off some of that. Now, they've struggled with the pressure. There's no doubt about that. But I think Duluth has done a fantastic job stymieing the Crows in the attacking third. Now, the one thing that you were mentioning in the keys to victory and all of that, the counterattacks, I think that what I've seen from Duluth, save for 1 or 2 opportunities themselves, they look completely disorganized, almost like frenetic and just completely discombobulated when they're trying to execute those counters.
Yeah, in the offensive third, they're still in mid-season or preseason form with their cohesiveness. We saw it a couple times with Aiden Hill trying to find.
Nice job by Yusuf, and he's going to try and chip the keeper.
Why not?
The field goal is good.
You saw
50 yards.
You saw Hill trying to find Westfield, and just the pass went the wrong way. What I am seeing though is that Duluth's doing all their work trying to stop the pressure of Minneapolis City, and they're getting tired when they get into the offensive third.
Absolutely, well stated. We are entering the 35th minute here. Scoreless. Now Mesjin. McCarthy sends that thing to the boundary. Throw in. Here's Murakami looking for a quick restart. Nobody home. Starling wins that head-to-head battle with Oliver.
See, everything goes
Summer
long.
sends it forward.
They're not looking to combine.
And Warden is not within 10 yards of that ball from Summer.
Well, he's all alone up top. Like all the guys were back in the midfield where they could have probably done a good job of connecting a few passes together, but as soon as they get the ball, they want to get it forward as fast as possible.
Now here's Yusuf leaving it for Mesjin. Now space and time, and Oliver's trying to stay onside. Starling able to intercept that ball. Now Westfield back on his feet again.
Bad ball. Good stat by Adams.
Now Vang. Oh. Got to slow it down a bit.
Hit the skids.
Looks like he was fouled. Foul is called. kind of reorganize themselves, have the visitors. Westfield has switched sides of the field as he has it now.
Good stat by Jonah Garcia.
Devlin now on the right side here, near side at Edor Nelson.
That's what I was just talking about. There's no need for that pass when you can combine in the middle. There were 3 other options, but it's like it's
frustration and desperation.
It's like Daffern just wanted to get it the hell out of here instead of looking for someone to probably combine with. They had the ability to counterattack with numbers.
A word you've used a couple of times for the Crows has been patience. You have not seen that from Duluth at times.
No, but that'll come with. I mean, this is their second game of the year. They just got all their guys back in. It's just going to take time. I mean, what we've seen is Duluth clearly has players that can play. It's just they haven't had time to work it all out together. The handball.
May have been a handball. Free kick for Duluth. Far side of the field. No surprise that when these two teams meet, it's usually not a lopsided affair one way or the other.
Well, it's been 4-2 2 years in a row to win the title, though, Eric.
Okay. We get it. Condone restarting.
Down. Smart. Let's get the ball back. Keep it on the deck. Move it around. Tire him out a little bit.
Now Murakami with a lane. Forward for Kidd. Can he get his left foot on it? And now Daly with a save. Yusuf with the header. Will Daly come in? No, it is McCarthy. Just hopping along. Mr. McCarthy with the header. Now Murakami. Summer with him.
Forgot something, Matt. See, again, it's just a long ball to one striker with 2 defenders sitting back there. Good turn.
Mesjin lets it go to Murakami.
Attack him. Attack
Kidd
him.
with space again.
Go at this guy.
He's got Yusuf in the middle if he can find him.
To make a call down to the bench here. Have a little chat with the coaches.
Is this broadcast regulated by the FCC?
It is not.
Okay.
Good control by Mesjin.
Aiden Hill initially wins the battle, but Stiegwart works his way back. Now Adams. They're running again, and Oliver.
Vang's got to get more active.
Looking for Yusuf, and Daly
That's a useless,
easily corrals it.
It's a useless pass. Vang needs to get more active to check back to get that ball on his foot. He had 20 yards of space. Good touch.
Ooh, a turnover. Now forward for Devlin. It's Murakami winning the foot race with Devlin. Now Devlin gets in there. And Duluth with an opportunity. Stepping in is Garcia. Devlin still possessing. Now Daffern. Now forward. And here's Warden with the shot. And Duluth open scoring in the 41st minute.
Max Kent kept all of those guys onside.
Sidney Warden all alone inside the box, able to make the turn. And the visitors have a 1-0 lead in the waning minutes of the first half at here, Edor Nelson Field.
I mean, it's a a compounding effect, right? The inactivity of Vang to get the ball, to keep it, to create a better opportunity that goes to the goalkeeper. The quick restart that goes out. The miscommunication on your back line to get disconnected and keep 4 players on side. It just all adds up. Those are things you got to do a better job of. But
Absolutely.
But it's how you respond after it. I mean, the lion's share of this game has been going Minneapolis City's way.
The Crows still have plenty of time. 4 to 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And another 45 around the corner to indeed respond, as they concede their first goal, and therefore have their first deficit of the 2021 season. That's Griswold touching it out. Now Condone.
Like, what? Why?
First half, we've lost 2 game balls.
I think that one
One
stayed.
to the interstate. Oh, somebody's helping out across the street. That's good.
Yeah, that one at least stayed off the interstate.
Aiden Hill forward to the goal scorer, Warden. Ooh, tough first touch for Kidd, and Condone is there. Now Hill to Westfield. He's trying to go through to Devlin, but Max Kent is there.
It's a bad pass.
But now once again a turnover. And a foul by Stigward, and he'll get a yellow card there.
Get up the cheese.
43rd minute, a yellow card to Max Stigward.
Yellow card caution in the 43rd minute. Number 8, Minneapolis City SC.
But you can't have that. It's just a giveaway right in a really bad spot. Like, it's a pass directly to a Duluth player instead of a clearance.
And now you have Summer, Westfield, Warden, McCarthy on the near side on the back post. And here's the delivery. And in it's Warden versus Elder. The goalkeeper is able to punch it out. It'll be a throw in. 44th minute here. Starling trotting his way over. Oh, a battle between Kent and Devlin. Oliver with a bit of space if he can get it going. Now forward to Yusuf. Beautiful pass. Kidd trying to find his way in there. He's got Vang now. Across to Mesjin. Switching fields. Now Kidd back to Mesjin if he can get by McCarthy. And cleared out, closing in very quickly, several members of Duluth. 45th minute. Curious how much stoppage time we will have. Godone stepping in and just sending it the other way. Seen that a bunch today from Duluth.
Don't go along with it. Keep the ball.
Kidd in a foot race with Starling. Easily bodied off the ball by Starling.
What's happening now is Minneapolis City is going away from what was working in the first half, the beginning of the first half. And it's looking for long stuff, not trying to find feet, not trying to move the ball again.
They have become the frustrated ones.
Yeah, I mean, you gave up a goal, so what? There's plenty of time to get it back.
Appears as though we'll have 3 minutes of stoppage time. About 35 seconds into it as of now. A few knockdowns and a goal, I guess, get us there.
You'd like to see that killer equalizer right before half.
Absolutely. Or Warden trying to make a turn. Gets a throw in for his squad, and Duluth.
One thing we're not really talking about is Warden's finish was nice.
It was.
Like, he tucked it into the only area that Elder wasn't.
The problem is he had a ton of space around him to fully make a turn, pick a spot, and execute. Tough to lose a guy at that spot in the box like that.
Yeah. There's a squirrel on the field.
There is indeed a squirrel on the field. Can't tell which squad he holds his allegiance to. Let's just assume it's the home team.
How does a squirrel get into a stadium, Eric?
About halfway through the announced stoppage time, squirrels can go wherever they want. Incredible climbers.
Buy a ticket or?
He did not.
Like that. This is what I was
Now
talking
Westfield.
about. It's a bad giveaway because it induces the counterattack.
There's Warden. Now forward with Westfield. Garcia in good position.
It's good work by your center back.
Seconds ticking down. Sydney Warden at this moment with the deciding tally in the 41st minute for Duluth. Gives the visitors a 1-0 lead as the Crows hoping for one more opportunity before the break here, and it's just too far beyond the racehorse legs of Midu Yusuf. Anticipating a whistle here from Yellow anytime in the next 15 to 20 seconds.
It's like Van Benskoten's got Brian Lopez and Kevin Andrews up off the bench.
Potential for early subs in the second half. Hand is up. Halftime is here. Again, a 41st minute strike from Sydney Warden has Duluth ahead of Minneapolis City 1-0 here at Edor Nelson Field in Minneapolis. I'm Eric Nordquist, alongside me, Johnny Biznass, John Bisworm. And we're going to take a short break. When we come back, a bit of analysis on what we saw through the first 45, prep you for the next 45, and see what happens here in Minneapolis. It's Loons, it's NPSL, it's Crows, and NPSL soccer on a Wednesday night. Thanks for being with us.
then the crow throw. Make some noise for Maya, Shane, Walker, Henry, Ben, and Calvin. Well thrown. tools and technology, and complete transparency throughout the entire home buying, selling process. Pence Homes, the top choice for buyers and sellers. Pence is a division of Keller Williams Classic Realty Northwest. You can find them online at pencehomes.com. That's PENCV Homes.
Hey, welcome back. Edor Nelson Field in Minneapolis. I'm Eric Nordquist. This is John Bisworm, NPSL Soccer on a Wednesday night here in Minneapolis. And at halftime, Duluth FC, the visitors, beating the Crows right now 1-0. It was a 41st-minute goal by Sidney Warden. And a game in which, John, prior to thinking about keys to victory, thinking about how this one would shape out, and you know the interesting dynamic for a Duluth team that had just played one match thus far in 2021, and the momentum that the Crows had been building up through 3 straight victories, 13 goals, hadn't conceded one. The first real trial and or tribulation for the Crows, and how do you think they handled it through the first 45, and how do they maybe adjust to that for the second half here?
Well, the pressure and then the possession was probably, like we were talking about, maybe like 60-30 in favor of the Crows. So they were doing their job. They just weren't doing anything with it after they got the ball back. There's a few half chances, a couple opportunities that made Daly actually have to move out of his net. But the goal itself happened by just a compounding of errors that don't necessarily maybe seem like they were in the spots where the goal was scored. But like I said, it started with the inactivity of our central midfield checking 2 in some space that would have alleviated the pressure. Instead, it's a bad giveaway. They come down. We leave them on side. They tuck it home. So it's a little bit frustrating, but what you like to see is that all we have to do is find that other gear from a finishing perspective.
Absolutely, and looking at that's the worrisome aspect of this game for me, is seeing those giveaways. And you really nailed it home on a few different occasions through the first 45, seeing really a frustrated, desperate maneuver by Duluth several times in which it's just, we're sending that thing down the field, and hopefully we can connect with Westfield, hopefully we can connect with Warden, and it wasn't working.
Yep.
But the giveaways then.
Yeah.
And you made it too easy on a team right now, still trying to find their legs in the 2021. Now, with that said, John, and big thanks, by the way, to TCO. Big thanks to Pence Homes, Southside Barber Lounge. That's going to be the post-game lounge, and we're going to be hanging out with you in to see after this second half where things lie. Any immediate changes, any conceptual things that you're looking for in terms of adjusting to what you saw through the first 45?
Well, obviously, stop the bad giveaways.
Yes.
Number one. I think from a change perspective, you let the front.
Any early subs? Anything that you want to see there, or
you let the front. We'll call them front 4, including our attacking center midfield. You let the front 4 figure it out for about 10 minutes, and if they haven't started to figure it out, then you're going to want to start replacing some of those players and bringing on some people who can change the game.
Absolutely, and we are just 2 minutes from a kickoff, and So far, I see all the familiar names, all the familiar faces. The player to watch pregame was Max Kent, local kid via McAllister, now at Syracuse, and tremendous work that he does. But it was kind of a tough first-half moment for him on that goal by Sidney Warden, where he kind of got caught back, keeping everybody on side. That was just kind of a tough spot for number 4.
Yep. And the hard part about it is, and that's why soccer sucks so much sometimes, is you can do all the work and then you go down by a goal and a half. But the beauty is that you got 45 more minutes to figure it out.
Absolutely. Again, Edor Nelson Field here in Minneapolis. The Loons through 3 matches, 9 points. And again, it's every single game. And you know how much I love Minneapolis City, John. You know how much I love the Crows. And I keep saying it every single game. You wanted Arlo, you got Nordo, and I'm sorry. As I see thus far, the Crows in the home whites are now on the other side of the field as they're getting ready for the second half. I'm not seeing any changes that have been made. And
I think we're good.
We look at, again, the pre-action huddle.
Man, Eric, we're going to have to start taking applications for your job here if you do that again.
Well, it's a well-compensated job. I will be honest about that.
Yeah. You get all the fun you can handle.
Absolutely. We're just waiting now as the sun starts to recede into the horizon.
Lights.
It is Wednesday night lights. The wind is picking up in favor, by the way, of the home team.
Yeah. Starting to blow your notes around here.
Still trying to see. I don't see that any substitutions have been made by. Nope, McCarthy's still in there. Condone. Looks like starting 11 versus starting 11.
Here we go.
Yellow blows the whistle, and we are underway. The Crows. The Crows looking for the equalizer. There's Kent. Pretty good shift by Murakami there in the first half.
Yeah, I thought he played really well.
Jonah Garcia as well, that overlapping run that he made early on in the first half. Nearly.
The aforementioned Murakami on a blazing run there.
Quick throwing opportunity. Lionel Vang, 2 goals the last time the Crows were on this field.
Great first touch by Coach MVB there. Look at the activity of the front 3. Just standing.
Standing and waiting.
In order for possession-based soccer to work, you have to have an active front 3. They don't have to be going crazy all the time, but they can't just be standing there.
Indeed, it makes it easy for guys like Daffern to step in and create trouble and intercept. Now Adams. Now some movement. Here's Yusuf. He'll go down the line to Will Kidd if he can catch up to it. Keeps it in play. Now Adams with an opportunity to deliver. Here's Oliver. Oliver indecisive. Now Stigward through to Oliver. He's onside. The header for Yusuf.
Goal!
And the equalizer.
There it is.
Less than 2 minutes into the second half, Mito Yusuf slides that ball into the net, and it is 1-1 at Edor Nelson.
Man, maybe we're just a second-half goal-scoring team.
Must be.
All right, well, now we got a ball game. Let's
It
go.
appears as though the keys to victory should be finished chances late. Finished chances late.
No, keys to victory are still put the ball in the net in the first half.
Okay.
And do it in the second half if you'd like. But what did we talk about? The front 3's got to do something, or they're going to be sitting.
Absolutely. Midu Yusuf. I believe he had a goal at Sioux Falls. And then 2 against Dakota. Now scoring at least his 4th goal of the season. 47th minute. It's 1-1.
I mean, you can just see there's life again, but why does it always take the kick in the ass in order for us to get going?
Well, consider the ass kicked because there is a spark. Now Yusuf. Now he's just trying. Now he's just getting fancy.
Nice peacocking.
Putting some pressure on Griswold. Now Daly. An absolute flopper.
You'd like to have that one back.
Oh, Yusuf just elbowed from behind by Griswold. Now Yusuf. Adams to the outside. You get the right foot on it. He does. Sends it in. Now the right touch by Garcia. Can he maintain control and turn?
Darn. Dang it.
Too much congestion. Whether we're talking about my sinuses or the box area.
It's like the Crows are willing to go with the pressure again.
Now more pressure. And Vang forward to Oliver. He's bodied up by McCarthy. Now trying to turn on Condone. And Condone getting physical and leaning in. Probably the right call there.
Now it's time to switch on and pay attention here. They'll hit a quick one.
There's Starling.
See what he's got this time. Oh boy.
What tremendously terrible footwork from the goalkeeper,
Hit
which
it.
is why he's the goalkeeper. Ooh. And the right foot of Kidd. Do you think Daly, just to stay active in the game,
he's got the
is
yip.
intentionally doing some of those things?
He's got the yips right now.
He just made the save. Forcing his own action. Brendan Daly. Now Mejdan. Westfield, nice job creating a turnover momentarily, but
now
Kent is cool and calm.
Duluth is doing the one thing you don't want to do, and that is...
now Kidd moving forward, and Oliver, he's got options. Ooh, nice step in there by Starling.
The one thing Duluth doesn't want to do is start chasing.
Now Mejdan.
Start chasing around and
got to get it off his foot here.
And losing their organization. Like you saw there, 3 players leaving their position in the formation to chase down a ball here in the defensive third.
And they've early on now made it very easy in the middle third. Now Mejdan just battling through Summer and Condone. Starling heads it back to Daly.
It's a nice composed pass back to the keeper there by Starling.
I like Starling on the outside, but
Starling's played well.
Another quick turnover, McCarthy. Making it way too easy on the Crows, and now another throw-in for the home Whites. 1-1 in the 51st minute. Did not take long for the morale of the Crows faithful and the Rubber Chickens and everybody included in the header.
Oh, there it is.
Did Will Kidd make contact? It's very difficult to say if he did. He's celebrating as if he did.
He's going to take that one.
We will need the replay as now the Crows have taken the lead and Rubber Chickens are flying everywhere.
See the replay. Oh, we got a little. You got a few of those blonde curls on it. But here's the opportunity.
Who sent that in?
Yusuf. Here's the thing, Eric. Do not let off the pedal. Keep that high line of pressure up. Make Duluth figure out something else to do besides hitting long balls.
Minneapolis City apparently offended that they actually faced a deficit for about 10-12 minutes.
It's like we're getting Kevin Andrews coming on here. We'll get an idea of who's going to be going in, who's going to be coming off and ending their day.
Now Condone looking for Westfield, but nobody home. Now Starling heads it into the box. Nice move by Warden on the left foot.
Oh, no.
And he oh my goodness.
That's not what you want.
An absolutely gorgeous turn. The left foot is pure, and it is 2-2 in the 53rd minute.
That's Sidney Warden.
It is Warden's second goal of the evening.
He can finish, man. You got to keep up that pressure, though.
Goal Duluth FC in the 53rd minute.
At least we got a battle here.
Number 9.
It's like Justin Oliver's day is done, and we're going to see the home debut in 2021 of Kevin Andrews.
And you were telling me prior to the match that you're pumped to see Andrews back in the mix here, isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin left us as a 17-year-old, went over to Portugal, and was in Sporting Guion's youth system. Ended up getting some second-team minutes, but played in a pro system for 2 years, and now he's back as a 19-year-old, and he left a boy and came back a man. I can tell you that.
Yeah, geez, the depth issues that Minneapolis City has. You bring the Portugal kid off the bench. Kevin Andrews entering for Justin Oliver.
We got a substitution coming for Duluth.
Now a free kick in a dangerous area as well. We'll see if the substitution takes place now.
It's like Dylan Summer is making way for number 18. Try to still figure out who number 18 is. We'll get that in a second.
Looks to be Caleb Tammy.
Caleb Tammy on for Dylan Summer.
Summer had the yellow card. And it'll be a goal kick for Brendan Daly. It's NPSL soccer, ladies and gentlemen. There are always roster-related questions. We're just doing what we can. First touch, by the way, by Tammy.
Oh, that's $1 fine.
Taken away by Mesjin. Now Vang. Could have easily sent it out to Andrews, but Aiden Hill steps in. Now Tammy. Now Murakami switching with Andrews. Now Vang fighting with Mesjin is Devlin, and Devlin will pick up the foul. And Yellow is annoyed.
Yeah, Devlin's getting a little talking to.
56th minute, it's 2-2.
Looks like our boy is on his way out. It's like we're going to get Wilson in for McCarthy.
Two Scotties. He battled, John. McCarthy battled.
He did. I'll give him credit.
Oh, fancy footwork from Adams. Now Vang, forward to Yusuf.
Hit it.
Takes the left shot, and it's saved by Daly.
That's what we didn't see in the first half. Shots.
Feeling free to let it rip from 18. And a corner kick.
We're going to see the...
And it will be McCarthy leaving. Scotty Wilson, number 26, entering for Duluth. Looks like Will Kidd's night is done. It should be Brian Lopez.
Yep.
Now Stigward for the delivery. The inside, Max Kent just nearly missing with his head. It's Andrews who's possessing. Wilson trails him. Andrews finds Lopez. Lopez just runs into Starling to no avail. Murakami has to reset the scene.
Clean it up a little bit there. Lopez hasn't even gotten to the other side of the field yet. Oh, Max.
That was not the best pass Max Kent has ever offered in his life. There's Daffern finding Devlin.
Good step by Murakami.
Now Devlin, forward to Tammy. Into the middle.
Ooh. Again.
And a powerful header, though not on target, is Aiden Hill.
Unmarked players in the 6-yard box, Eric. It's going to make me angry. And looks as if what happened is Vang moved out wide and Lopez occupying the 10 spot now.
Appears to be a foul and a quick restart.
Oh, no. Don't stop.
They're
the quick
allowing the
restart
sub.
For their sub.
It's Devlin leaving.
And Devlin is coming out for number 15, Eric Watson. Got a new ball game. There's more energy now. I like it. Even though the scoreline's a tie. I wish it was still 2-1. But a lot of energy, a lot of good activity on the field.
Now Andrews trying to create some activity. Into the middle, but Daffern's the only one home. Now the right-footed shot from Yusuf.
You'd like to have that one back. Darn it. We called the foul anyways.
Another substitution for Duluth FC on the field, number 15, Eric Watson, replacing number 16, Michael Devlin.
Man, Daly has the yips bad. That's 3 straight passes out of bounds for him. Max Kent going back to Elder here. Out to Garcia. Back
60th minute here. It's going to be Lopez getting the yellow card as he puts Daffern on the turf here at Edor Nelson.
The yellow card cost in the 60th minute, Minneapolis City, number 19, Ryan Lopez.
No one's guarding Westfield. Someone should probably pick him up, maybe?
Stigworth the closest. Slowly finding his way over there.
Interesting they don't have a lot of the center backs up.
A delivery from Daffern.
It's a good ball.
Goal kick Minneapolis City.
Like, I would have put, like, why isn't Starling up for set pieces?
It's a good question.
Nice move.
Now Andrews. Bothered by Tammy.
Oh, bad giveaway.
Turnover. Now it's Aiden Hill.
Oh,
They'll get the foul.
He got whacked. If you're going to yellow card the other guy, be a little consistent. That's bad.
There's your guy, Starling. Who said he can't move forward? Now Murakami on the turf. Another whistle. Inspired by Aiden Hill. No yellow card yet for number 21.
It's time to get control again, Eric. It's enough of the helter-skelter, just go crazy, and it's start to get calculated, start to move them around, find ways to attack. Don't give the ball away there. Don't foul.
Andrews fouls Starling. Free kick for Duluth.
It's like Kent's getting a talking to for kicking the ball.
Sent in the middle, Kent. Controlled by Hill. Runs into Andrews. Now Andrews trying to get out of there, and he'll hip check Daffer, and then a free kick for Duluth. Thanks so much to Pence Homes. Weird real estate market. Tons of offers over asking price. Trying to navigate your way through the real estate universe as it is today.
No, you're not going to get a penalty call there.
Speaking of universe, Tammy sent that free kick basically into the stratosphere.
If I'm Ben Scoten, I'm telling my guys, like, the stupid fouls within 30 yards got to stop, because outside of that one, all the free kicks have been dangerous.
Nice job by Westfield. But a throw in for Minneapolis City. '64th minute, we're level. There's Mesjid. Andrews trying to turn, but Starling has absolutely had that number 11 since he stepped foot on the field. Be a throw in for Duluth. There is Starling. Windy evening here at Edor Nelson. Almost windier here in the broadcast booth. A lot of hot air being exchanged. John Bisworm, I'm Eric Nordquist.
Fully vaccinated hot air, Eric.
Roster names flying all over the place. We have no idea who's on the field. And we're watching NPSL soccer on a Wednesday. Now Westfield is in alone and stepped in.
No.
Was it contacted by Elder? It should be. They'll give him the corner. I didn't think that he made contact with it. What an absolute massive missed opportunity for Westfield and Duluth. Terrible touch by Westfield allows Elder to find some life and some position to force that outside.
Time to get the act together. The giveaways are becoming a problem now. It's calm down, connect on passes. Don't force something into 3 defenders. Recycle runs, all that stuff. Whoa.
The delivery.
That was not ideal.
No chance.
65th minute, calm it down. It's like Stockman Willis is coming in.
You asked for the center backs to move up into set pieces. Well, that was Scotty Wilson, John. He was
Listened. No need to have a
completely helpless.
no need to have a 5'9"
terrible corner taken.
a 5'9" center midfielder up for a corner kick.
A bit disinterested in moments. The Crows have looked. Bad giveaways, all of those things. Let's see if they can get interested here in the final 25 and change of this one. 2-2. Duluth and Crows level.
Like right there, you can't have that.
Now Andrews gets it by Watson.
Good turn.
Andrews forward to Yusuf. The flag stays down. And Yusuf will try to center it.
Like that is just
No chance was he going to get that to Vang. And with 2 goals this evening, Sidney Wharton getting his sprints in. And Elder, the cool, calm veteran. Now Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill has been a pest tonight.
the yellow card. It's been.
He's been a pest, and now he is in the book.
If I'm being honest, he's probably a little lucky that it's taken this long.
Substitution, Minneapolis City in the 68th minute. Matt Murakami, who I believe had a fantastic shift for the Crows. He enters, or departs I should say, Miles Stockman-Willis, number 20. You'll see him now on the near side. He and Charlie Adams have switched sides. Now Garcia. Ooh, now Lopez. To Stockman-Willis, instantly trying to make a difference here. Closing on it, Caleb Tammy, Westfield. It'll be a throw-in. That'll be Stockman-Willis that takes it. Now Yusuf controls in the box. Cool footwork. Now Lopez on the left foot.
Good stop.
And it was Scotty Wilson that went to the ground.
Yeah,
Able to block that shot by Yusuf.
That was a last-ditch effort there. That was going in the net.
Preserving the score line. Wilson. Now forward to Adams, who just can't catch up to it. It'll be a goal kick.
It's like Ian Smith and Arthur Perrins are up off the bench for City warming up. See if Daly can put one into play here. There we go.
Now Mezgin, the header. Daffern controls it. Now Lopez.
Put on the deck, boys. There you go. You can always count on Jonah to calm things down.
Foul on Duluth. Both teams looking for a hero at this stage, entering the 70th minute.
Stockman Willis getting active coming in.
Very early and often touches for number 20.
And you like to see that because what that does is it pins Westfield, who's a dangerous attacker, back, having to put in a defensive shift.
Oof. Close call there, forward for Vang. On the inside, and he'll cross it, the finish!
Oh,
and what a save!
What a save!
By Brendan Daly!
Holy buckets, dude. Great save. That's a game-saving save right there. Great run.
My goodness.
Great run by Kevin Andrews.
Kevin Andrews already thinking about how he was going to celebrate, and the save of the game by Brendan Daly. We'll see if the Crows can maybe continue to exploit. It feels like they might have something on the right side here.
Can't lose that.
Taken away by Warden. And Warden's going to chip the keeper.
No.
Ooh, off the post. The field goal is no good. It'll be a goal kick for Minneapolis City.
That's a great save.
What a moment by Brendan Daly. Laying out.
Making up for kicking two into the freeway by himself.
Goalkeepers better with their hands than they are with their feet in most circumstances.
That's why they play there.
Well, I was the asthma kid. That's why I played goalkeeper early on. But
I was the asthma kid.
how about Griswold just getting turned around in the box by Vang? Wow.
Yeah.
Losing his shorts on the turf.
Probably would like to have that one back.
Nice find there on the pass from Kent to Andrews. And as you mentioned, Westfield is indeed pinned back. And they have numbers here if they can figure out how to get through there.
Well, Duluth has 9 men back behind the 30-yard line and just Warden up top. It's going to be trying to get out of here with a point, obviously, and then hit on the counter, which is what we're going to see right now.
Oof. Mezgin, a heady play. Probably a bit late on the pass from Lopez, but all the same. Crows trying to head in the right direction. Now Andrews cross field. Stepped in, Condone. Ooh.
That's not a foul. The ball hit him.
Westfield takes a ball to the face.
That's not a foul. The ball hit him. I mean, unfortunately, he got hit in the face, and that hope he can get through it, but that wasn't a foul.
Is he calling a foul, or is it simply that Westfield is injured?
No, he's allowing it a throw. Like Ian Smith is coming on for number 22, Mesjin. Steve's getting a little work in today.
If Westfield needs any nose work, might play for the adversary, but you know what? Twin Cities Orthopedics can take care of them. Whether it's rhinoplasty or groin stomps, Twin Cities Orthopedics supports Minneapolis City SC and athletes all throughout the great state of Minnesota and beyond with expert level health care.
Rhinoplasty or groin stomps. Eric, you crack me up sometimes, man.
Tammy draws the foul. I'll say this. Tammy's been all over the field.
Yeah, he came
for Duluth.
What is that? That's bad.
Now Daffern, the turnover is of his own.
Take this guy.
You may have mentioned it, but I didn't, but Ian Smith now in the game.
Yep, I did mention it.
Dom Mesjin's night is over. Number 15 is said Steve. Now Stockman Willis with the right foot, and Griswold makes a meal of it. Able to recover and head it. Now forward to Vang, no flag up. And Kevin Andrews with the rebound.
That's in. That's got
nearly in,
didn't it?
I believe it was off the post.
Man, Andrews is getting unlucky.
Andrews just peppering. And Brendan Daly, the Marc-Andre Fleury of NPSL soccer on a Wednesday night. He's unbeatable.
He's been the most active player.
Forcing his own action.
He is keeping it in. Number 8.
Good luck to the Minnesota Wild, by the way, as they try to beat Fleury and the Vegas Golden Knights this evening. First period action underway. Aiden Hill's night's done. He's replaced by Luis Serrano. Waiting for the substitution to take place. Now back in play. There's Vang on the boundary. I believe that is Serrano that clears it out.
Bad touch. There's been a lot of action down here.
About 15 minutes remain in this level contest.
Daly made 2 saves on that. No foul. Everything's just long without purpose. Like, I get it, but like if I'm Sean Morgan, I'm going to watch this back and get a little bit aggravated that they're not trying to play through the midfield.
I couldn't agree with you more, but it goes back to we've seen how the back line, for better or worse, tonight, weird night, they haven't handled some of that well.
Like even that play right there, there were 4 players that were better options than kicking it potentially out of bounds. What's that guy going to do with it when he gets it?
It's a good question. They've created 2 goals off of that philosophy, however. Now let's see if the Crows can create a third of their own. Here's Andrews.
I mean, I wouldn't really call both those goals a result of getting the ball forward. I would call them defensive mistakes.
Well, absolutely. Giveaways forced in some respects, and forcing the foul there, Lopez. See if Lopez is going to get a card here.
Yeah, talking too.
Oh, just some stern words.
Yellow's doing a good job today.
I think Yellow's been good.
Yeah.
I like him. But you're only as good as your next whistle, okay?
Yeah.
Keep it going, Yellow.
Yeah. You're only good as your next. Put that on a T-shirt. Sell a bunch of those.
Pitch and catch, Matt Elder.
We hit one long here. We got him pinned back. Hit him long. that can't happen.
Oh, now Tammy moving. Now it's Westfield. Adams goes to ground.
Don't give up the corner.
Now Westfield in the corner. Here's Starling into the center. It's Warden was ready for a hat trick. Tammy.
And we're getting wild out there.
He's wiling out.
I mean, his activity would have been something they could have used in the first half.
Now Smith.
The sharpness that we saw in the first, 35 minutes has kind of gone away, Eric.
In some ways, I feel like they're trying to just get over the finish line here. But again, they have an opportunity to exploit this right side, near side here. There's Vang. Now what can he do? It's to Lopez, who lets it run. And the goal!
Yeah!
And the go-ahead goal!
There it is.
It's Brian Lopez. The stutter. And it was, I believe it was Scott Wilson
Yeah, he got
who went to the ground trying to either provide the clearing tackle, and he just whiffed on it, a bit of indecision potentially. Lopez just let that ball roll to glory, and a simple finish has Daly off balance.
What he essentially did was he kind of faked like he was going to shoot. It brought Wilson to ground, and then he just slotted it home. But I'll give Daly credit. He almost picked that up.
We've seen prettier goals in the history of Crows soccer, but they all count. And the left foot there from Lopez is pure. A substitution as James Westfield's night is done. Jose Bonifaci now to the mix for the final 10 minutes or so.
Now it's eliminate those dumb mistakes. Like that. Just get it out. Handball. No foul. Great individual work there by number 15, if I can find his name, Eric Watson.
Here's Daffern, the right foot.
I was never going to.
Elder style points for going to the ground. You never know.
It's a good finish by Lopez. Daly got a hand on it, but still, it was kind of like the first goal that what's his name? Who's their goal scorer for Duluth? Scored everything.
Warden. Sidney Warden.
It was a lot like Warden's first goal. Where he was kind of in some traffic, kind of finds a nice corner.
83rd minute, a lead for the Crows. Goal scorers tonight, it was Midu Yusuf in the 47th minute to make it 1-1 after a first half tally from Sidney Warden of Duluth. Just a few minutes later, it's Will Kidd. Gets just a few hair follicles on it to make it 2-1, but then Warden ties it up again.
That's definitely a foul, and it's got to be a yellow
now
card.
A free kick in a dangerous area.
It's got to be a card. He was in. Another substitution coming, like big Jack Barry getting a little run in today.
In the 80th minute.
Ben Benskoten looking to shore up the defense a little bit, get out of here unscathed with 3 points.
Brian Lopez. The deciding goal as of now. Will they do the substitution now or will they wait? It appears they shall wait. Here's Vang with the entry. Banks it in through the uprights.
Looks like it's going to be Kevin Andrews coming off. Big Jack is going to go into the back line.
Jack Berry started for the Crows their last home match against.
Oh, that's bad.
Ooh, free kick and a restart. There's Serrano. Jack Berry, a Naperville alum, I believe.
Yeah.
Attended
goes to
St. Thomas.
Yep.
First season of games with the Crows.
Good touch.
Oh, Yusuf just
Skill check.
playing with Mr. Wilson here. He will get around him. And it's Griswold with the header out. It should be a corner.
Throw.
Ooh, a throw. Jack Berry, designated mortar specialist. Oh, he goes short.
Pump fake.
It was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I thought Berry was going to send it into the dot.
Yeah, thought he was going to throw a dart. Oh, bad giveaway. We got to
Tough pass now forward from Condone to Watson.
clean those up. Like, there's 5 minutes left to go in this game. Like, don't foul, connect passes.
Nice recovery and
Good
tackle by
step.
Stockman Willis.
And now
Now the other way with numbers and a very poor pass from Stigward. But now another takeaway. Now Yusuf.
keep the ball.
Lopez, the goal scorer in the middle.
Keep the ball.
Yusuf all but comfortable. Just maintaining possession here. There's Stigward.
There we go. Keep the ball. Make them chase.
86th minute.
No. No.
He's thinking about it. Kent's trying to fire. Goes forward to Stockman Willis, who flicks to Lopez. Now Lopez going to lose that battle with Griswold.
Make Daly play with his feet.
Somebody forced Daly into something.
Yeah. Good win.
Over the head of Serrano. Now Daffern finds Tammy.
No foul. Just get back in your defensive shape. Good tackle.
Ooh, Ian Smith.
That's what happens when you don't go in hard.
A professional tackle from Smith, and now Starling. Daffern is down on the turf following that tackle.
Knock it out.
His own team more concerned with trying to equalize than they are.
That's not a foul right there.
And now yellow blows the whistle.
They should have knocked that out. I mean, he went into a pretty hard challenge there.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's attendance, 743. At least that's what the machines tell us. But you can't.
Just under 800 fans here on a Wednesday night, Eric, we're hearing.
We'll call it a sellout.
I've just been told that arbitrarily, one way or another, they will indeed call it a sellout. But the key here is
An MLS sellout.
a ton of people here
Yeah.
on a Wednesday night to watch the Crows.
And a great soccer game.
It's been fantastic. It truly has been. A lot of respect for Duluth coming in here. It's nice to see the Crows battling 11 on 11.
Mm-hmm.
As they've worked on the man advantage and they've feasted. But Duluth certainly some positive things to take away, win, lose, or draw.
There's 3 minutes to go in this game.
Looks like another substitution taking place.
Nothing dumb. Just get your 3 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, make some noise for the ball girls tonight. The ball ladies, the ball women. The Black
Looks like Vang might be headed to the bench. Arthur Parents. What's good about Arthur Parents?
Everything.
Johnny.
Good hair. Was an All-American at Gustavus. Active player. Scored against Lacrosse Eris.
I like all of that. I like the hair the most.
Replacing number 1, Lionel Bang. Number 21, Lionel Bang.
Wow, Yusuf.
Getting up.
Winning the header over Wilson. Poor positioning by Wilson, to be honest. But regardless, there's Serrano.
Just why pressure? Just drop in. Just the only thing they can do is hit it long.
Now Condone.
Suffocate the channels. Win your 1v1 battles.
Bad giveaway by Griswa.
Play him. Play him.
And it's Parents moving forward. He's currently offside, needs to get back onside. Yusuf, a stroll in the park, number 10.
Kill it out, boys.
Now Smith, somebody's got to tell him that Watson's on his tail. Now Stockman Willis. Garcia sends it to Parents. Nice control in the moment.
That's a foul.
There has to be a foul there, and there is. I believe that's Luis Serrano. In some ways, just the victim of being in the wrong spot. And we are entering the 90th minute. Crows with a narrow margin. One goal could tie it for Duluth. My intel indicates there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. Yusuf still on the turf. No hurry to get up, although the contact was Serrano. And Yusuf now on his feet. That's good to see.
He's taken quite a few in this game today, Eric.
Yes, he has indeed.
How about
The Crows are making noise here at Edor Nelson. Final 3 minutes.
get them to go all the way back and then just like go play it in the corner.
I'd like to see an effort from Stigward on net here.
Yeah, he's gone over a few times.
Just wide. Was there contact with the hand?
I don't know, but everyone get back and play defense. The ball's not stopped. That's okay. Daly just overcooked one again.
Better with his hands than his feet.
But honestly, he's their man of the match tonight. I know
He has been.
I know they have a 2-goal scorer, but he's been fantastic.
Smith runs through Daffern. Free kick.
Everyone back. Everyone
Daffern's
back.
had some tough time on the turf in the last handful of minutes.
Everyone back.
He's up and running.
This is where they get equalizers.
And that's Tammy on the ball right now, surveying his options.
Like, we don't need Midu here. We need Midu back in there.
8 guys near the penalty area for the Crows. Elder punches it out.
And he got fouled. Dumb foul.
There has to be a foul there. The contact coming in on Elder.
That should probably do it, right?
And that was Scotty Wilson.
Anywhere will do, Matt. Just kick it into 94.
Still here in stoppage time. Throw in and still a few final gasps of life for Duluth. Any bit of extended possession here would basically end the game.
Yep, smart.
Minneapolis City. Now Parents on the run. See how Daly works with it.
Why didn't he just pick it up and punt it?
Oof.
Just get the ball out of here.
Charlie Adams nearly put his knee through Daffern's skull. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Well, that was dumb by Daffner.
Just cleared out.
Or by Daly. Daly could have come out for that. I don't know why he came out of the box on that one when he could have caught it. And then this one, he doesn't come out and gives us a throw-in.
It's a throw-in for Minneapolis City. City in no hurry, it appears, to take said throw-in. All eyes are on yellow right now as we inch closer.
Just don't be dumb.
If we have not already crossed the threshold of stoppage time. And he should draw a foul there.
Yep. That should do it. 3 points. Let's get out of here. But the beauty of this matchup is, like we were saying before, these are the only 2 teams that have ever won our division. And it's so good to play a game like this. I mean, yes, it's 3-2 right now. We're happy. If it was the other way, it's still a good soccer game between two of the best teams in the division.
3 points for Minneapolis City. At one point, facing their first deficit of the 2021 NPSL season, Sydney Warden supplying Duluth with a first-half lead. It was the equalizer by Midu Youssef. Brian Lopez makes it 3-2. It was a fantastic game. And 3 points for Minneapolis City. Prior to the game, John, possessing the ball. They did a lot of that. Finishing early chances. They didn't do a lot of that. The counters, we actually didn't see as many fruitful counters from Duluth as maybe we anticipated. You get out with the victory. What are some thoughts as we're awaiting maybe a certain coach to join us from fieldside?
I think number one thing, it shows what happens when we go from dominating with the ball to mental mistakes. And in the first 3 games, the mental mistakes were very limited. In this, the mental mistakes were quite high. And it caused 2 goals, and luckily, we were able to get 3. I thought Daly 100% kept them in this. But there was nothing really dangerous in the run of play from Duluth. They had opportunity to connect. They have the players that can play through the middle, but everything was long and direct. So that's something that we're probably going to look at for the next time these 2 teams match up. But it's just today, it was the Crows, outside of mental errors, in control the whole game.
For the most part, they were the bad giveaways, the mental errors, as you're saying, from Youssef to Will Kidd and Brian Lopez, your 3 goal scorers tonight for the Crows. And we are now officially hanging out. Your hair's starting to look a little raggedy there, Johnny, okay? So let's go to the Southside Barber Lounge.
I don't have any hair.
SouthsideBarberLounge.com, by the way. I can't speak for you, but I definitely can relate to this. Not caring about your hair in about 14 months. But suddenly, real life is happening again, and that rat's nest on top of your head is awful. So what are you supposed to do? Well, I got the answer for you. With services ranging from basics like your routine haircut and beard trim to super sexy advanced options like that specialty cut or a hot lather shave to make you feel like a prince among men. Southside Barber Lounge, located at 38th and Bloomington in Minneapolis. It's your one-stop shop for men's grooming. Minneapolis City get 3 points. They are now 4-0 to begin the 2021 NPSL season. Duluth, with their win last week against Joy Athletic, they fall in this one. Still awaiting.
Still waiting the coach.
We can talk about those mental errors with the coach potentially. I do want to remind people, June 5th is the next match.
Med City.
A week from Saturday. Enjoy your holiday weekend, okay? Maybe cook something on the grill. But next, a week from Saturday, Med City is here at Edor Nelson. And I can't ask you enough. Check out Mpls citysc.com. Whether it's merch, you'll have those cool home whites. You want some cool murdered out sleeves. You want some Crows-related merchandise. Go to MPLScity.com to learn about how you can not only get in the door to a game here, most recently a week from Saturday versus Med City, but also check out some merch, become a member, and all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Keeps us on top of the table. Shows that we can battle back from adversity. But still, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, Eric, but that could have been much cleaner and could have been a little bit easier than we made it for ourselves.
Absolutely, and there's work to be done. And thankfully, with a few extra days in between now and Med City, you'll have the opportunity to correct some of those things.
Yeah, hit the FIFA lab.
But the ability, from a positive standpoint, you skew the negative, I'm going to skew the positive, and I'm going to say in a moment where it isn't clean, your ability to win despite imperfections, I think speaks to the quality The depth on this team, Lopez coming in, instantly making a difference. And really in the second half, you have to look at it. I thought Stockman-Willis was a sneaky key situation there because we saw a couple of goals originate with activity on the right side here, whether it was Vang when he was still in the game, it was Stockman-Willis. I thought some positive things came from that move.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we'll call them game changers instead of substitutions. I thought Kevin Andrews was active. Daly stood on his head twice that would have given Andrews 2 goals.
It's a little kitschy, but that's fine.
Your game winner goes into the substitution that was Brian Lopez. There's just a lot of smart things that happened with our substitutes.
Just awaiting the head coach. I believe we should be speaking with him momentarily. Matt Van Benschoten here in the Southside Barber Lounge, still waiting for my high top fade. What he can do with my patchy beard. SouthsideBarberLounge.com. Oh, the phone's ringing.
We're ringing.
Hey, what's going on?
Matt Van
There he
Benschoten,
is.
how you doing?
I need a fucking beer. Oh, my God.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us in the SouthsideBarLounge.com post-game show. And congratulations on the victory, the first time of this early and young NPSL season that you had to deal with some imperfections, a little bit of trials and tribulations, some frustration at times, but the ability to come out with 3 points must feel good.
Huge. And, we went into halftime, and, it was a big moment for us, not just because we were losing, but because we talked about being good. We talked about the fact that we think we're one of the best teams in the entire league, right? But you got to come out and prove it. In the first half, we had some mistakes. And capitalize on some chances. And so it was time to put our money where our mouth is. And you saw what happened right away. Got the lead, made another mistake. They got one back. And, at the end of the day, we were able to get that third goal and get the 3 points, which it's big for us, not just the win, but how we were able to do it, I think, is going to be huge for us the rest of the season.
Coach Van Benschoten and John Bisworm here, sporting director. Nice to meet you for the first time.
Hey, great to meet you. I've heard good things.
Likewise. So the one thing we just talked about was the fact that we made it harder on ourselves. In the first half, we saw the fact that we moved the ball around. We tried to get them, feel them out a little bit, figure out where they were going to come at us from and where we could get at them from. But then they obviously scored that goal. An imperfection there, leaving 4 guys on side. But then in the second half, we saw it too, where there were just some imperfections. What did you look for when you were making your subs, and what did you tell those guys going in what to do?
Especially with our front three, it was like, hey, stay high, stay wide. You got to move the ball. If you're coming back into middle third, because you're going to stop your defenders out, and then we're going to create space in behind. And just keep going at these guys. Like, you know their back line can be suspect at times. Let's put them under. And you saw, especially, too, when we started to press, the goalies started kicking out of bounds. They started to panic in the back. And we realized right away, hey, that's an opportunity for us to really take advantage of it and go get the ball and get some opportunities.
Yeah, the thing for me that really impressed me, and I mentioned it to John shortly before you jumped on the line here, I loved the Miles Stockman-Willis inclusion.
Okay.
When you brought Miles Stockman-Willis into the match here, you had some success throughout the game, whether it was Will Kidd. Yusuf was on that right side facing Liam Condon, number 4 for Duluth. And with Stockman-Willis playing up, he was able to push Westfield and keep him back, and then working in combination with Lionel Vang. That really paid dividends. I think Stockman-Willis, that substitution was sneakily fantastic, and it paid off to help originate a couple goals.
Absolutely, and I love Miles. Miles is a kid who kind of, I've started with us, and kind of come back in, and we had him on MC2 this year, and he just worked his way up, and he's just been so consistent. And what I love about Miles is he's just kind of Mr. Calm, Mr. Cool. He's unbelievably smart, and that's really big for an outside back. We push our outside backs up, like if he's facing behind, and you kind of got to pick your moments. And he obviously picked his moments really, really well. And you saw what he was capable of doing. So no, Miles, it was a very sneaky good pick, but that's because he's just good.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot, sir. Who's your man of the match?
Oh my goodness. Man, I got to give it to Midu, and I'm going to give it to Midu because at Eris he didn't score. He had a bunch of chances and missed. And at halftime of that game, like, he's just like, hey, trust me. Like, I got you. And I'm like, okay, man, I absolutely trust you. And so when we're looking at it today and, you know what he's capable of, like, kind of just got to let him go, and he's going to fight through it. And obviously a couple big goals tonight. So I got to give it to him on the heels of not his best game against there.
Well, it should be Jack Barry who's running gassers after the game behind you over here, trying to get his fitness in.
I know what he's doing. He's crazy. St. Thomas.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Jack, what are you doing? Go have a beer. Unreal.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Coach. A chill weekend. Enjoy the holiday, and back at it a week from Saturday against Med City. Congrats again on 3 points.
I appreciate it, guys. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, Coach.
Stay easy.
Head coach MVB, Matt Van Benschoten. And, okay, we're off the line now. Perfect.
Now we can talk crap about him.
Yeah, now we can say all those terrible things that we were thinking about.
Poor game manager. Not a good tactician. All jokes aside, it was the subs tonight were utilized very well.
I think the ideas were good, and the execution just at times, and you use the term mental errors. I can roll with that. That made this thing a little bit more interesting than it needed to be. So congratulations once again. You can see Duluth just finding, as they find their momentum, though, they're going to be a pain in the butt later on in the season. Absolutely. And it was impressive, too. The last time I saw this team was a couple of years ago, where it was just Westfield and Aiden Hill. And they have a lot of new faces and some talent on that team, but not good enough tonight on the road for the visitors in Duluth. It was Sidney Warden with a couple of goals for Duluth. But once again, it was Midu Yusuf, Will Kidd, and Brian Lopez with 3 second-half tallies to give you the final scoreline, 3-2. The Crows are 4-0 to start the NPSL season. And thank you so much to everybody who supports Crows soccer. In particular, though, some of our sponsors, Pence Homes, Twin Cities Orthopedics, and the Southside Barber Lounge, where we're all going to get our haircuts and some lather shaves, some hot lather shaves once this one's done. So for John Bisworm, I'm Eric Nordquist. Set your calendars again via MPLSCitySC.com. Get the schedule, know when the games are. Next up, it's another home game here at Edor Nelson Field in Minneapolis. It'll be the Crows hosting Med City, and looking forward to that one. Again, thanks to John. I'm Eric Nordquist, and thank you for listening to MPSL Soccer on a Wednesday night. Cheers.
Bye, Mom and Dad.